make sure the sound is coming through because of that stupid OBS bug, and we got to keep talking, make the noise so I can hear the audio when the cast catches up. And there's sound. Excellent. All right. And Dementia Radio now, and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org.
We're not hearing it.
You're not hearing it. Why are you not hearing it? Did I?
I was pointing at my ear, but the green screen, for some reason, made my hand disappear.
Well, if your hand wasn't so green.
Right. Damn it! I'll just amputate it. That's fine.
All right, let's try that again. I'll cut that out of the podcast. No, I won't. I'm lazy.
No, you won't.
Is that better?
Yes.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org. It's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice.
Hey, Luke Ski.
Hey, Ian.
Hi, it's me. I'm here.
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 613 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, March 17th, 2022. Sorry. The name of this episode is Macho Nut General. Your job is to work that into our conversation somehow. I'm putting that in the chat so we can all do the thing. So yeah, welcome back. You guys all went to MarsCon without me, bastards. Well, except Amy.
I went last year virtually.
Yes.
The last time I went to MarsCon in physical form, they took my gallbladder. So I was glad that didn't happen again because I only had the one.
I was going to say, it didn't grow back, did it?
I don't think so.
That's good.
I don't know.
Otherwise, it'll have to come out again, and that's a problem.
No, let's not. I may be on a Matt Groening-esque set, but I only have had 3 appendices. So Bart Simpson has had his appendix out 3 times on the show.
Really?
Appendix A, Appendix B.
Exactly.
And C.
Those are the bonus albums I released. See, it all comes back to me.
Yay!
All right, so let's do this thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey,
what?
No, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to? MarsCon.
Yesterday, I was in a car accident and my car was totaled.
Oh, god damn it. Are you serious?
So how's your week been, Devo Spice?
Holy shit,
well,
dude.
Better than that, but... Wait, were you rear-ended again?
Wow.
No. I don't want to go into details, but I'm fine. The other guy is fine. My car is totaled.
That fucking sucks.
Holy shit, dude.
So I've done everything I can at the moment. I'm basically in a holding pattern waiting to hear back from my insurance company so that whatever the next steps are can happen. So hopefully that'll happen by tomorrow or Friday at the latest. But, it's...
That's terrible.
It's the kind of thing where I'd rather not talk about it on the show, at least not this week.
Fair.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
But I felt I should at least give that info to you up front because, that basically is the canvas on which the painting of me is currently operating. So if you're wondering why Luke seems to be in a not great mood right now, that's why. So, anyway.
Yeah, completely fair.
Yeah. So, Ian, tell them about MarsCon.
So, I am now filling in for that. MarsCon happened this weekend.
Do we
It
want to
was
save
a
like?
lot.
Do we want to save a big MarsCon discussion for the end of the show or what? I don't want to.
Yeah, we probably should. That way we can let Amy go, because she's probably not going to want to
you
sit
don't
through
have
it.
to sit through all of this. It's a lot. We get into
Yeah.
the minutia. Like, this is what we had for lunch on day 3.
Right. And then I had a pimple, and I had to. So I was at a swim meet all weekend, and I was at a hotel that didn't have MarsCon at it, which is stupid. All hotels should have MarsCon at them. I've decided this is stupid not having MarsCon at a hotel. So I did get to watch almost all of the streams. So that was nice. It's not the same as being there, but at least it's something.
I appreciated your commentary.
And I was going to send you more on Sunday, and I just completely forgot. So, I had fun with those, and I will. I did not, in fact, like bang on people's doors looking for room parties late at night, but I will leave it up to your imagination as to whether or not I was actually Donald Ducking it during Ross's set. So, because it's more fun that way.
For whom?
For people who are not me,
Fair.
because I'm a dick. So, what the hell noise was that? So yeah, Ian, anything you want to say before we talk to Amy?
I was also at MarsCon, and we're going to talk about it later, but it was fun and had things and people and stuff and things.
And stuff and things. Awesome. Stuff and things are great.
Generally.
So Amy, what have you been up to?
Well, today I took this awesome hike around Kennethon Park in Baldwin Hills, and then I came home and as I was telling you earlier, I set up this desk that I bought, and I had this old desk that was like falling apart. It was a corner desk, and I let my husband smash it apart with a hammer, because I thought that would be really fun for him to do. I should have done it myself, but I just thought he might enjoy it. And then he came in, and I was trying to. It's like an IKEA project, and I bought 2 L-shaped desks. This is more than you want to know, so that I could, mix and match, be modular, blah blah blah. And so we put one of them together, and one of them is they're both pieces of crap. Okay, and that's what we learned. I'm going to have to use additional brackets just to make sure that, the outside legs stand on them. But one of them is set up, and I am literally broadcasting from it right now.
Excellent.
So that's been my day. Then I took a yoga class because I was completely bent out of shape from dealing with this freaking desk.
So you were bent out of shape, so you took a class that would bend you into other shapes.
Would stretch, yeah. So it's online. It's
Okay.
a friend of mine in Minnesota teaches it. And then I turned on the computer, and there was your lovely email saying, "Time to talk." And so I'm that has been my day. I know it's so exciting to hear about. It's been that dramatic, but otherwise I'm doing great.
Great. So give us a quick intro to this song you posted, and we'll give it a listen, and then we'll ask you all about it.
Which song is it? I can't ever remember. Is it You Never?
It's You Never, yes.
Oh, did you like the description that I put on the site?
I don't remember what you posted. Hang on.
I think you need to read the description I put
Okay.
on the site.
I'm pulling it up now.
That's actually a great intro to it.
Loading.
Loading. Keep the doggy loading.
You want me to read the whole thing?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, some people just do things and other people don't, and the ones who do things end up waiting for the ones who don't and do things I thought maybe I could deal with, and the not doing things, and didn't say anything about it for a long time because that's who you are, but maybe now is the time to talk about it, even though I am now thinking it's me who never, because I didn't up until now.
Yeah.
So that is a perfect introduction, I think. So let's get into it. Here is You Never by Amy Engelhardt.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
To New York, but you broke down at a diner up the turnpike, a road with a fork. You were 3 credits short of the program, 3 credits from a degree. Nothing was standing in your way, no distractions, no emergencies. 8 projects on your desktop, no schedule, no goal. You left 2 peanuts in the kitchen, unshelved in a bowl. No adults once, just 2 peanuts. Did you think you were being nice? Eat all the goddamn peanuts. Jesus Christ. You never finish. You never finish what you gives a bright side if you do or you don't. And I'd like to give a bright side, but you probably won't. Can you do all the things you talk of? Are you a fraud or just afraid? It's time to climb out of the bed you never made. You never finish. You never finish what you never finish. You never finish what you never played the big cards. You never took your shot. I'm still waiting to see what you've got. What could possibly happen if you saw something through? What you gonna do?
So you finished the song. What's up with that? So yeah, tell us about this song. What's the deal with this song?
Oh my gosh. I wrote that tune in like 2019. and I was going to make it the title track to this album that I was planning to do. I actually prepared a whole campaign. I recorded like half the tracks, and then I prepared a whole crowdfunding campaign to finish it. And I had a video and blah, blah, blah. Because I delayed it once because I had an unexpected house expense. No, I would not call retrofitting unnecessary, Amy. So that's where all the money went to. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to raise money and do this. And then COVID happened. So literally, it got funnier and funnier because I had intended to call the album Finish What You. And then COVID happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to ask anyone for any money to do this because that's just not. So what I did end up doing was mixing the tracks I had and doing two other things and doing some stuff remotely with these guys that that play on it. And eventually I decided, I'm just going to make 3 EPs, Finish What, and Finish What You. And so Finish has been released and is on Bandcamp, and this is on it.
And
so
and this song is on
tracks.
Finish.
Yeah. There are 4 tracks and 2 bonus tracks, one of which is an instrumental version of one of the tracks, and the other is from a piece that I did, a play that I did during the pandemic and filmed. But yeah, so You Never actually did happen. And I'm thinking of doing a video for it because I just did a video for another one of the tracks on it. And it was so much fun that I think I'm gonna do another.
Yeah, definitely.
And it'll be so much fun to do, just to shoot peanuts for that first verse. Although they say not to work with food or children.
Yes. Animals or children.
Yeah, I thought I was going to say those animals and children.
Oh, I mixed that up. I'm sorry.
But food, I mean, if you watch any TV show, nobody ever eats. They just pretend to eat, or they're rushing out the front door.
Unless it's a cooking competition and they're judging that.
Yeah, well, that's different. But
so yeah, that's the story behind the album. The story behind this song was just I was given the assignment in this songwriting group of writing a song that kind of did what it said, as in stop in the name of like something that said what it was. And so I thought you never finish what you.
That works. Yeah.
Did you play this at Virtual MarsCon? Because I had heard it before.
I think I did.
Yeah. I loved it then, and I love it now. It's great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's I like that it's like fun and funky, minor league asshole-ish. I wouldn't say it's major league because it doesn't tell you what the speaker hasn't done.
That's true.
Yeah. Plus, also, I just hate it when people like leave you a little bit of food. And actually, I have to tell you, I have to confess, that's what my husband does. And he didn't know about it. And the first time I fucking played this song, I said fucking.
So it's fine.
The first time I played this song was at a live gig.
Fucking, it's fine.
Okay, with him, and I forgot to warn him. And so we got to the part where it was you left 2 peanuts in the unshelled in a bowl. No adult wants just 2 peanuts. Did you think you were being nice? Eat all the goddamn peanuts. Jesus Christ. Like when they leave a swallow of half and half, but not enough for your coffee. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
My kids do that all the time. They because that way they didn't finish it, and somebody else has to deal with it.
Exactly. So, so I didn't tell him about it. He does leave 2 peanuts, and we're in the middle of this gig because we do this. He's a storyteller, and so we do this thing called He Said, She Sang, where we go back and forth with songs and stories. And he does his thing, and then I start the song, and I realize that I didn't tell him, and he's sitting right there, literally on stage with me. And I get to that point, and he just goes. And then at the end of the song, I go, so, I just realized I didn't tell. But yeah, that's pretty damn irritating.
Well, he didn't leave you, so, I mean, it's fine, right?
Not in the show, no. Actually, your fans might be interested in this. We're doing a He Said, She Sang this weekend, and it is available online. It's a benefit for Boundless Brilliance, which fundraises in support of STEM education for women and girls. And it's located in California, but what they do is special programs and people, sponsor guest speakers and stuff like that, and things that encourage girls to get into the sciences and tech fields. So,
excellent.
Which
Awesome.
I fully support. So we're doing a benefit concert at that this Saturday. The show will start at 7:00 Pacific time. And you can go to my website, which is amyengelhardt.com, for details.
Awesome.
I'm adding that to the tour dates so we don't forget.
Cool.
So yeah, that sounds awesome, actually. That's really cool.
It really is. And these people, we did a benefit for them a couple years ago at a house up in Northridge, and they decided they want to do it again, and it'll be our first live concert, because there will be about 25 people physically there as well, and we decided to live stream it so that other people can take part.
Is this your first live in-person concert in a while?
Yes, since the crap show. Yes. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it this Saturday, which also means that I need to practice some. Yeah, it's not. Remember, kids, it's not rehearsal. It's piano practice.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done a couple. We did FuMPFest in August. I didn't have a concert, but I had a concert's worth of songs spread out over the weekend. And then I performed at WorldCon in December, which was like my first full in-person appearance since this all went down. And they made us keep our masks on when we performed. I don't know if you've ever tried rapping with a mask on, but I damn near suffocated. It was like I got off stage and my friend who was in the audience was like, "Dude, you are beat red." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't doubt it."
Yeah, I've done classical gigs. I've sung classical gigs with like an octet, and we were all wearing masks. It was just
it's hard.
Yeah,
because I had like a kind of a cloth fabric mask, and when I was trying to do things, just even in day-to-day life, if I inhaled too quickly, the thing would just go right
exactly.
up against my face. So I had to get one of those kind of more stiffer of kind of the N95 mask that like sticks out like a beak in front of you, like to a certain degree. So it's like, all right, at least now if I inhale, I'm not gonna have something preventing me from continuing to inhale.
That was my problem when I was performing.
Yeah, the platypus mask, the singlet mask. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what we need is the
for time when we don't need it.
We need a what are the plague masks? The really long.
Oh yes, looking like a plague doctor.
Yes, that's what we need.
I know I have a problem occasionally when I have the N95 mask, and the mask itself looks like an accordion when I talk. Sometimes I'll take a breath in and.
Yeah, I will not be
else
wearing a
getting
mask at this
feedback?
concert.
I'm not getting feedback. I'm getting static,
That's what I mean.
That's weird.
static.
and it just stopped,
and
it started again. I think it's coming from Luke, and I don't know why.
It might be.
And I can't mute you individually to. Oh wait, maybe I can.
How about now?
I mean, we can hear you fine. It's just there's
there's a static on the line. It's fine.
It's
whatever.
fine. You know what?
It's
Hang
not
on.
loud.
Hang on.
Hanging on.
Yeah, it's definitely Luke because I just muted him and it stopped. So
Well, he's messing with his cords now.
you have to unmute yourself. I can't unmute you apparently. Okay.
How about now?
Yes. Okay. It's still staticky. That's weird because it like it started out soft and then it just started like.
It sounded like waves crashing. Suddenly.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. So, Amy, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Other than that gig, not really. I'm going to be putting a new video up for a tune that you guys don't have, but that is super cool. It's kind of like an Amy Mann tune, but has a lot of curses in it.
Nice.
That's also on Finish. It's called Tomorrow, and it'll be part of a broadcast that'll be on YouTube this weekend. And then I'm going to, after it premieres on that broadcast, I'm going to release it myself. And that was really fun to make. We just made it upstairs, and I edited it myself. But that's a really well, the chorus. When I sent it in for this competition for this New York Women Arts Media thing, the theme was conversations in 2020, conversations in America. You know, something that just what was everyone talking about? And so I wrote this tune called Tomorrow, which was, I said I wasn't going to write anything about the pandemic. It's not. It is about the pandemic, but it's also not about the pandemic. And the chorus is all of you sucks to no fucking well. So there you have it. You know I'm from New Jersey, so
Yes.
it's going to happen. And I thought, well, submitting this tune, no one's going to choose this tune because but the competition takes place in New York City, and apparently they loved it. So
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, good
I'm
luck
thinking
with
of
it.
selling T-shirts that say that. Actually, if enough
Awesome.
people want them, I will sell the T-shirts.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, amyengelhardt.bandcamp.com is where you can pick up Finish. And, okay, we are going to move on to news and then talk to Ian. You're welcome to stick around if you'd like. We're going to babble on MarsCon probably for hours at a time later, so...
And also, my song is 7 minutes, so if you really want to sit through that, that's entirely up to you.
Oh, that's true. I think I know this because didn't you post about this?
Probably.
Actually, my husband did make dinner, so I'm going to go up and hopefully there's not just 2 bitefuls left.
Yeah. Okay.
He saved you 2 peanuts. Oh, no, he saved you 3 peanuts this time.
Yeah, okay. Thank you guys so much.
right.
I love the FuMP. I'm so sorry I was not at MarsCon, but it was wonderful to do it during the craft show. It really was so nice to connect with everyone during that. So thank you for doing it. And I hope to see you all at some point because I didn't do FuMPFest either this year.
We'll see you at some point, I'm sure.
Yes, we will. Take care and be well. Take care of yourself.
Take care, guys. Or Amy, take care.
Yeah, we're sticking around.
Yes,
It's
we are
just
sticking. Yeah,
Amy who's left.
Brain not working well.
It's okay.
Yep. Here we go.
This is the FuMP.
Naked from the waist down, I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. Feel the wind on my downstairs.
Begins really softly, then ends with a shout. Who can say it the last before chickening out? It goes penis, 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 penis.
Selfies, she won't use still flash or autofocus. She won't use filters. She thinks they're bogus. She will not rotate. She will not crop. She takes bad selfies and she will never stop.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. TheFUMP.com.
Blocking every signal, a fancy metal wig, no, a shiny tin foil hat.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, TV's Kyle has a new album out called Lil Deli. As Kyle says, besides including catchy, funny songs from the past year, it also features some new versions of some old tunes that never made it to an album, as well as some new songs I expanded from demos and other previously unfinished versions. Features cover art by Shan McCooley and is available at tvskyle.bandcamp.com. And this was one of the 2 batches of CDs I was frantically trying to get done in time to ship to Kyle at MarsCon, and I'm very glad they made it there in one piece. Or at least I'm assuming they did, because I didn't hear any complaints, and I saw people holding up the CDs.
they definitely made it in one piece.
Weird Al Yankovic is on the George Lucas talk show now, as we record this. This is a show hosted by Connor Ratcliffe, Griffin Newman, and Patrick Cotnoir. George Lucas does not appear on it. It's just about him, I would imagine. On tonight's episode, on Wednesday, March 16th, he is live right now on Twitch. The show is available on the unfortunately named planetscum.live, and you can watch it there after the fact. I was like, why does it say Planets Cum? I'm like, oh, it's Planet Scum. Oh, gotcha. All right.
Then.
Yeah. It will also be available on YouTube after the fact, and you can check that out. And that's all I know about that. All right. Anybody got anything before tour dates?
Yeah, we had the Logan Awards this weekend, and
the Logan Award winners. Yes.
So, in the category of Outstanding Comedy Music Video, our winner was The Stupendium with Vending Machine of Love, the theme from Only Cans. In the Outstanding Original Comedy Song category was Tom Cardy with HYCYBH.
Which you did a great job performing, by the way.
Thank you very much. I was really nervous about doing that song because it's complicated. But I love that song, and I do too. Rehearsed the crap out of it.
Yeah, that song is amazing.
It's so good. I'm so glad it won, and it was the only unanimous vote that got all 6 of the jurors to vote for that one.
Oh, okay.
So, and then in the Outstanding Parody Song category, it was the Boobles featuring Bonnie Gordon and Bad Beth with My Eyes Are Right Up Here. That one won by 1 vote, and everything else in that category tied for second place.
Oh, wow.
So thank you to, congratulations to the winners, and thank you to our jurors this year for helping voting on these and voting quickly. It was really, we ordered the trophies late and managed to get them in time for MarsCon, and then no one who won was there.
Imagine that.
So, yeah, and what's funny was I was expecting one of them to be there, and they weren't, and now I have to mail more things. Oh well.
And you have to mail stuff to Australia, right? Where's Tom Cardy from?
I had Tom Cardy's in Australia and the Stupendium's in the UK.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Let me know how much that costs. I'll reimburse you. This is company money.
I will be hitting you up about that and the cost of the bases. And I think Sea Monkey donated to the Logan site to cover his shipping. So.
Yeah, it's like my favorite example of what you said earlier was, I think it was 6 years ago, possibly. Maybe it was 3 years ago, whatever. Where Steve Goodie showed up to perform on Friday and then left on Saturday before the Logan Awards, and then he won. And there's Schaefer and Katie Goodman standing right there.
Yep.
Not winning things. So, yeah.
I think we've only had it once or twice where all 3 artists were there, right? I know once was FuMPFest.
We've had it once or twice where all 3 were not in attendance.
Yeah, FuMPFest 2018 because it was me, you, and
Psychostick. Psycho Stick,
Yeah.
yeah, because
That's the only time where we've had all three be there.
yeah, Alex was there, the drummer.
Alex, the drummer from Psycho Stick, was in attendance, which was cool.
Yeah, Alex, the drummer, who got a master's degree in like something like brain neurology related, I believe, while he was on tour with Psycho Stick. So smart dude.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a video on Psycho Stick's channel called, I think it's called Alex Smart Man or something like that, where it's his it's his valedictorian speech from when he got the degree, and
Sure.
the rest of Psycho Stick is in the audience just cheering him on. It's great.
That's awesome.
All right, and now anything else before tour dates?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goodie. On Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays online, Steve Goodie and Brad Tassel. On Saturday online, Amy Engelhardt doing her fundraiser that she just spoke about. Go to amyengelhardt.com for information about that. On the 18th and 19th in Richland, Washington, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction.
Woo!
On the 24th in Rochester, New York, Worm Quartet and Devo Spice opening for Schaefer the Dark Lord and Lex the Lexicon Artist.
Have fun with that. I'm seeing them on this Saturday.
Oh, cool.
In Chicago. Sadly, I'm not opening for them, but oh well.
Yeah, what happened was Worm Quartet got the gig opening for them. They weren't coming anywhere close enough for me to try to get the gig opening for, other than New York City, but there's like a million other acts in New York City who have seniority over me. So I was like, oh, I'll, whatever. And then Shoebox asked me to drive to Rochester to help him perform Take the Fire Back. And I'm like, all right, you want me to drive 5 hours to help you on one song? So I contacted the venue and I'm like, hey, can I have like 15 minutes to open the show? And they checked it with the promoter and everything. And so I'm in.
Nice.
So, and then on the 26th online, Carla Ulbrich. And birthdays. Coming up tomorrow on the day we should have been recording this, on the 17th, Marc Gunn.
Woo!
Now, I don't know if his birthday is
Marc.
actually on St. Patrick's Day or if he just says that. But we'll see. I don't know.
Well, it's not. St. Patrick's Day is not always on the 17th.
I believe it is, yeah.
Is it? Because
think
I
so.
remember it was on the 14th a couple years ago. I
Was
thought.
it? I thought it was always the 17th.
I remember. Well,
No,
I remember
it's-
them celebrating it.
It's always on the 17th because if it wasn't, that would make Mikey Mason's song the Sunday after the Saturday immediately following. You know that whole song?
Yeah, one with a very long title. Yeah.
Yes. If it wasn't on the 17th every year, that song wouldn't make any sense.
You're right.
Yeah,
I just remember
yeah,
people in
17th every year.
Chicago celebrating it on the 14th because that was the weekend. So they were celebrating it ahead of time or something.
Yeah, thus Mikey's song, the Sunday after the Saturday.
Yeah. Well, this was before. So.
Maybe the Sunday before the Saturday, immediately preceding the actual calendar day of St. Patrick's Day, is just as bad. We don't know.
That sounds like a bunch of macho nut general mumbo jumbo to me, personally.
There it is.
All right.
I was going to say Macho Nut General was my nickname in high school. But...
All right. So, Ian, you posted a very long song with a very long title.
I did.
Give us an intro that's shorter than the song.
Okay. I'll give you the intro that I gave at MarsCon. Because I host dumb parody ideas all the time, I never get a chance to do my own dumb parody ideas. So I took all of them and put them into one medley. And this is that. And of course they're about video games because it's me. So here.
All right, so here is Shadow of the Dawn of the Rise of the Video Game Medley Part 5, Origins, The Beginning, HD.
Like a long dormant franchise returning after 10 years, we too are scraping the bottom of the idea barrel and coming back for yet another medley of songs written about video games. This is the next one, part 5. I gotta start singing now. I'll grab your spine and break it clean in combat of mortality. guy, and here Toasty. I'll flawlessly achieve victory in the combat of mortality with Shang Tsung and Johnny. In the combat of mortality, I'll win with a brutality, or friendship or fatality. The centipede is an experience, it is a dangerous invasion. I says the scorpions are worth the most in points. This is a twist on Space Invaders. I say the tragedy is how you gonna spend the rest of your coins on continues. So continue the game with your friends, cause it all returns as millipede in the end. Wake up just outside of town, got 100 things to do. Children love when I'm around, chase me when I come through. Ain't no way you gonna frown, this bow makes me look new. Make you look like such a clown and steal your key ring too. If I'm honking, everybody gonna run. Steal a bunch of I'm always having fun. Causing havoc, public baddie number one. Got a list of mischief, cross it when I'm done. It ain't my fault that I'm out here on the loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. You can't blame me, I'm a goose, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making moves. Gonna tie up both your shoes. You can't blame me, I'm a goose. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk. Blame me, I'm a goose. Blame me, I'm a goose. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk. Blame it on the goose. Blame it on the goose, ooh, baby. She got caught by an ape. She can't escape. Monkey sealed her fate. I think I'll sing it again. Barrel's gonna make me jump. Fire like what? All night long. Here comes Donkey Kong. Baby, that dawned to Donkey Kong. Dropped a bunch of T-blocks and squares and L blocks too. Piled them up to the top of heaven, which I don't recommend you do. Now for sure I do not see it. I'm just gonna leave some room right there off along the side, waiting for the right long piece to hit the cue. Then I completed a Tetris. I cleared 4 lines in a single go. I completed a Tetris. But do I really need to cut it close? Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Stop! Burger time! Staring at the old map before you, climbing up the ancient ruins. Let the sun illuminate the path that you could not find. Reaching for handholds on the mountain, your grip strength is just inhuman. Bad guys will beat you there, shoot them in their dumb face. No one else can find it for you unless Lara Croft is here. No one else can live through this big train wreck. Scaling rocks will look so smooth. See, Spidey plays you in the movie. Right here is where the treasure's hid. The rest is still uncharted. Yeah. Rampant ninja-related crimes. White House, not exception. This time need some guys to beat up the slime. Stop all evil ninjas. Ninjas have kidnapped president. Are you bad enough to get him back? Rescue Ronnie for a Big Mac.
here with a puff guy, doing ninja stuff guy. I'm that crude dude, you think I'm a rude dude, but I'm here to rescue and give you the boot, dude. I'm a bad dude.
I'm bad.
I wanted to stay on board of this cruise ship, oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention for my duties, wanted to be left alone, don't execute me for doing my job and yours too out here in deep space, seeing just a corpse crew, it really doesn't faze me. What did you see? It's not confusing, I'm just trying to do keys. Then Blue Heat accused me, excuse me? You vented from O2 to security, woo, an emergency, ooh-wee. But with what I stated, the meeting was juicy, but then no one believed me. Ironic, cause I think I'm being followed, so I peek, all the vitals are dropping. 1 beep, 2 beep, going loony and choosing to vote green. But I'm actually not who you think, cause I'm not the imposter among us that's cruel. Gotta keep doing my tasks, there's too much to do. You're acting suspicious, I think it is you. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Now there's an imposter among us on crew. Gotta get across the map, there's tasks in O2. Stop trying to block me, you're acting sus too. You're trying to kill me, yeah, trying to kill me. I'll report you. Whoa, uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh, I'll report you. Whoa, uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh.
Sorry, I didn't realize there were credits at the end of that video.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
I love these things.
Yay! I'm glad people like them.
So, I don't think hardly any of these would qualify as dumb in my book. I think some of them are actually quite good. Like
the first one is real stupid. The combat of mortality.
Okay, yes, that's a dumb one. Yes, okay.
that is absolutely stupid.
But Bad Dudes is a great idea.
It's better than the one I had initially come up with for it, which was War God. Because God of War, the new version of God of War, he keeps calling his son boy, and that's how I would have ended it. I'm a war god boy, That would have been the thing, but it seemed forced, and I didn't want to do that. And then Bad Dudes jumped in my head, and I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And all the lyrics for Bad Dudes are from the opening and ending crawls on the game. So
that's perfect. Yeah. And
the
Donkey Kong to the Thong song really made me laugh. That's a good one.
I thought that one was kind of dumb too, but still.
And then of course. Burger Time. If one of you two doesn't flesh out Burger Time into a full song, I'm fucking going to, because I love that idea.
Burger Time was Luke's idea. Burger Time. He did Burger Time in the A Visit from the Great Luke Ski bonus track on the last Arcade album.
Yes,
my second
that's right.
album.
Yes.
And I had forgotten that he did that. I was thinking of things for this because Goose was the first one I came up with.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with Goose, and then I'm like, well, what else can I do? And then Burger Time jumped into my head, and apparently it's just Luke invading my subconscious, trying to get me to subtly do all 27 fucking songs he did in that one medley. I'm doing them one at a time now, apparently. So that's 2 from that, because I snuck the Mario Kart into the end of one of the medleys a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But
which I love, and I've always wanted to hear the Library Bards cover that parody.
Hells yeah,
because they would kill it. And I've told that to Bonnie, and she hasn't done it yet, and I'm holding it against her. So
I'm holding it against her that she chose to go to the Yoko cruise instead of coming to MarsCon. I mean, what do they got besides an audience and, possibly advancing your career in the whole online comedy music fan base genre thing, and actually being helpful to your reality. We had like, we had dumb parody ideas, so.
Yeah. Blythe Renee was on Joko Cruise with her boyfriend, Professor Shy Guy, so that's two of my worlds colliding.
Nice.
How long have her and Shy Guy been dating?
Couple, I don't know exactly, but it seems like they've at least been vocal about it the past couple of months, so.
Okay, because the last time I checked in, Blythe was, like, doing some kind of nerdy comedy music duo with somebody. I know that they performed together at, like, Gen Con, but that was, like, 4 or 5 years ago, so...
Yeah, I know the Damsels of Dorkington were doing stuff, and then they stopped doing stuff, and they're kind of occasionally doing stuff, and maybe not, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know she's been doing her own thing, and she's in a bunch of fucking games now. She's in the new Borderlands spin-off game. Shy Guy is Shy Guy, and he's, everybody loves what he does, and he did the closing theme to fucking Super Dragon Ball.
And Bonnie is a canon Star Trek ship. So
exactly.
Everyone has their own thing going on.
Everybody's more popular and loved, and it's fine. We have our small but select.
And we're sitting here with 7 viewers on Twitch. So.
Yes.
We appreciate the small and select viewers.
Hey, I subscribed to Twitch using Amazon.
You did, and I thank you for that. And actually, Wildcard just subscribed again on Twitch, so thank you, Wildcard. And one of those 7 viewers is me, because I'm keeping an eye on the stream. So,
but yeah,
it's like voting for yourself in like elementary school class president. Yes.
Got 1 and 1.
1 for Martin, 2 for Martin.
2 for Martin.
Want to recount? 1 for Martin, 2 for Martin. Oh, speaking of Martin, quick side note, dude. One of the most recent episodes of The Simpsons is about like Bart, Martin, and Kearney and Nelson all going on some kind of like forced camping trip as like a kind of scared straight kind of thing. And Gray Griffin is the voice of Martin now, and it's the first time they've actually done something with the character Martin, and it's incredible. It's like give Gray a voice actor Emmy right freaking now. It's like amazing. So my overall point is, if you haven't watched The Simpsons in a while and you're looking for a good one to watch that one. I forgot what the title of it is, but I'm sure whatever the main picture is of it, it's of Bart and Martin together. Anyway, back to Ian being awesome. You're awesome, Ian.
Why, thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is the first one of these I've done in like 9 years. The last one was 9 years ago. And when Father Beast had that comment the last time I was on the show, he's like, hey, you've matured now. Are you going to do any more video game songs? I was working on this at the time already and getting ready to do the vocals. So he of course, was the first comment on the song when it went up on the FuMP. But I'm still doing these. I wanted to have a song that would be a good big closer for MarsCon, because I just put the new album out. And I was like, well, everybody's heard most of the things from this. I'll do a set of songs from the new album, and then I'll close with something brand new. Because I like doing at least one new thing when I perform at these things. So this was that. And my Patreon, of course, got this and a different song as well about 2 weeks ago. I try to get it to them before it hits the FuMP or anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool. How was the Patreon going?
Patreon's going great. Still about 30-some subscribers, but doing well. People seem to dig what I'm doing, and I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers on YouTube now.
Nice.
Nice. I'm about, give or take, 750 away from 12,000.
Nice. I started watching your reaction video to the Logan video nominees, and then I saw it was like an hour long, and I'm like, I need to go things, and I can't watch it all. That's fine. Now, so I'm going to come back to that.
Surprisingly, when I do the really long ones, people seem to respond to that. They like the long ones that I do. Sometimes I'll react to one video, and just one video tends to be anywhere between 15 minutes to a half an hour. Because I have a lot to say about things.
You do.
Shut up, Ian is not just a thing.
Yeah. It's not just a
but,
saying.
It's not just a saying.
I'd like to point out that this year at MarsCon, I only communicated one "Shut up, Ian" the whole weekend, and it was after the con ended, and it was in a text to Ian.
Yes. That was the one I got this weekend, which was nice.
It was like I hadn't intentionally saved it for that moment, but I'm like, oh, this is going now. Anyway,
yay!
But yeah, I was very happy that you ended your set with this. It was just super epic and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everybody responded to it, and our stage manager Abby said, "My sister and I think you need to do a full version of Goose." That was the song that was the impetus for this entire medley. So, Combat of Mortality is it's a thing. It's so cheesy, but I love it because I wanted to have a good opener, and that's a good rock opener. And most of the ones that I've done have had like kind of this heavy rock opener. When I thought of Centipede, I also thought of Luke because he did his Serenity parody of that, and so I had to throw that into it. The one I ended with, though, Imposter, parody of Eminem and Rihanna's Monster, I was going to write a full version of that. And I was talking to this nerdcore artist on Twitter, Nem Raps, who works with a group called Nerd Out, and he had posted something on Twitter about kind of like that idea. And I DM'd him, and I'm like, hey, are you doing this as a parody of this? Because I had that idea too. And he kind of didn't really say that he was doing it. He's like, no, that was just for the tweet. According to him, he said that was just for the tweet to throw me off the scent. And was like, well, I'm going to do it. So I was writing it. They were writing it. They actually released the full version of that song months ago. And I was like, shit, they beat me to it. They finished their version before I finished mine. And I was like, well, I'm going to abandon this. But Bonnie Gordon was going to sing the hook. And then I was like, well, I'm going to do a different parody of it. And then that ended up just not happening at all. I couldn't make the other parody I had in mind work. It was originally going to be on Illinois. I just dropped it from it because I couldn't finish it and couldn't figure out how to make that version funny. So when it came time to putting the stuff together for Medley, I was like, well, this will be a good one to end it with. I didn't get a chance to get Bonnie for it because, she was busy with Con Artist and Joko Cruise. So I ended up singing the hook on this one. I was like, I have this verse. Let me at least use this in something, rather than just completely abandoning it.
Yeah.
And on the YouTube page for it, I have a comment there that I'm like, yes, I know this exists. We both were working on it independent of each other. We weren't. Neither of us were ripping each other off. It's just great minds think alike.
It happens.
It does, especially in parody.
Yes. Especially with me and Luke. We have a history.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian, doesn't it suck when you're trying to work on something and then some other person's intentionally working on their thing, you get it done before your thing is done?
Yes. All the time.
Whee!
All right. So do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Of course. I have my Patreon, patreon.com/InsaneIan, where you get these songs, other songs, videos, music videos, all sorts of cool stuff like that before anybody else. Patreon get this stuff exclusively before it's released to the world. You get to see the videos that I do at youtube.com/InsaneIan if you're not already subscribed over there. Like Devo says, I do a weekly thing called a Comedy Musician Reacts on Fridays, where I react to new or new to me comedy music. This past week's episode, the one that went up the day of MarsCon, was my reaction to the songs from the Logan Awards that I had actually not heard yet, which was Sarah Hester Ross's Don't Be a Ballsack, and the two songs by Bo Burnham that were nominated, because I still hadn't watched Inside yet. So I hadn't seen any of those yet. Sarah Hester Ross was kind enough to retweet my reaction video.
Oh, cool.
When I tweeted out about it. So that was very nice. We still haven't heard from Bo Burnham about the Logan Awards in period, when I messaged him saying that he was nominated. Still haven't heard from him. Not that I expect to, but I think it's funny. But yeah, that was that week. I actually haven't recorded one for this week, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Have you done Raining Lobsters yet?
Raining Lobsters?
Yeah, it's a mashup that Bill McClintock did.
I hadn't heard about that. Send me a link to that.
I will send you a link. It's one of my all-time favorite things. I watch it weekly, at least.
Tom Cardy keeps putting out stuff quickly. So I occasionally do Tom Cardy reactions. Stupendium, whenever they release a new song, I do a reaction to the Stupendium stuff. And, I mean, unless it's a not comedy song, because they do comedy and non-comedy stuff.
Yeah. How familiar are you with Slayer?
Minimally.
Are you familiar with the song Raining Blood?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you need to know.
As soon as you asked me, my brain was going, oh, Raining Lobsters is a Raining Blood parody.
Kind of.
Or mashup.
Yes. It's a mashup, yes. And
yeah, I did a mashup at MarsCon during the SmackDown. I did it at FuMPFest years ago, but it was their very first FuMPFest, and because you put my concert on last, I had no voice for it. But I did the mashup of Walk This Way by Aerosmith and Primus's Winona's Big Brown Beaver.
Yes.
And a recorded version of that is available for my $5 and up Patreon supporters on my Patreon at patreon.com/InsaneIan. And a music video for that is coming probably next month.
All right.
InsaneIan.bandcamp.com. I have a new album out and stuff on Spotify and just, music.
What about the Rap Game Susan Lucci CD?
Rap Game Susan Lucci was... So, on Bandcamp Friday, I released a download only for Bandcamp Friday. As soon as Bandcamp Friday was over, it went away. And then I made CDs of it for MarsCon. It is 11 songs over 11 years, although it Kyle pointed out to me that I missed one, but it was all of my Logan nominated songs. I've been nominated for the Logans 13 times. I have won 0. And so that's 11 songs over 11 years. Some of the ones that were on Rap Game Susan Lucci, which was available at MarsCon, were live performances from the Logan Awards ceremony that it was nominated at. When I re-release it onto Bandcamp again for the next Bandcamp Friday, I will add the missing song, which is This Groove Is Too Dope For Us by Scooter Picnic. So it will be 13 nominations, 12 songs, 11 years. Because it's from 2011 to 2022. But yeah, that was an exclusive download at Bandcamp. It was only available for the 24 hours of Bandcamp Friday. I'm pulling a page from MC Frontalot where I'm only releasing certain things on Bandcamp Friday, and they have exclusive live tracks on it, but will go away. He did that with his D20 Greatest Hits album, and for his Live at Magfest album. He only releases those on Bandcamp Friday, and as soon as Bandcamp Friday is over, 24 hours later, it's gone.
Interesting.
Hey, Devo, remind me, what were the last 2 Logan Awards you won?
Spider-Verses.
Yeah.
And
for the video.
For the video. And was it it was
Zoom meeting.
Zoom
I know what
Zoom
Luke's getting at here.
Yes.
And I have a clarification for that. Yes, I said I've been nominated 13 times and have won 0. Yes, I am on those songs that Devo won for. Devo won for Zoom Meeting, the song, for an outstanding parody song. I did not write my verse in that song. So that does not count for Ian. It counts for Devo, because Devo wrote that song, and that's Devo's song.
Did you write your verse for Spider-Verses?
Yes, I did, but the song didn't win. The music video did, and I did not make the music video. Devo made the music video.
But if you turn the music off and there's no sound in the video doesn't win. It needs a comedy song in it, which you helped wrote. So my clarification is, shut up, Ian.
We'll have Dr. Don make you a little miniature version of the...
I have the test statues. Okay. I have 3 test statues that are unsanded. One of them is orange. I'm making myself a goddamn Lifetime Achievement Award.
There you go.
After 5 more nominations, if I still haven't won, I'm giving myself the Susan Lucci Award.
And you get a free Subway sandwich.
And a Set of Ginsu knives.
All right, let's move on to some feedback.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback.
Feedback.
Feedback, you know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback. Feedback.
Feedback.
Hamner Hack. Hamner Hack wrote, "Hey Devo, you mentioned that the guy that got the Leviticus 18 tattoo. Well, I saw this picture of a guy bragging about getting that tat, but instead it was Leviticus 19, which is the anti-tattoo verse. I don't know if it was an honest mistake or if the artist was trolling him. I hope the latter. If he actually got a tattoo about the verse that bans tattoos, I'm hoping it's him just like trolling Bible thumpers."
Either one would work for me. Either him trolling or the tattoo artist trolling.
If it was
both
like
of those
in
are good.
Hebrew or something and he didn't understand what it said, then I would blame the artist, but well, we don't know.
I want Devo's only gonna get this. I want the ancient Etherean word for lunch tattooed on my arm. She-Ra references. Anyway.
For who could ever learn to love a beast?
Father Beast wrote, "Wait, From the Bible is a parody? I know I'm not current with country music or any music, but I had no idea." Honestly, I didn't realize that either when I first heard the song. It took a minute.
I like how everybody who makes a comment has an intro theme.
Yeah, all our regulars have an intro theme now. A couple have made their own, which I appreciate, so I don't have to.
Less work for you.
Less work for me, yes.
I decided to be a smartass one day, and I declared on the show that if everyone leaves a comment from now on, they'll all get their own intro theme, and now suddenly we get a lot more comments.
One more.
Wacky Ben.
I like how he's saying his own name.
It's from one of his promos for his show.
I figured it was.
Wacky Ben wrote, "Hope everyone had fun at MarsCon. I hope to see everyone next year. And damn it, when will Ian ever win a Logan? After 19 nominees like Susan Lucci?"
Probably. Oh, she won after 19? I thought it was 17. If it's after 19, it's 7 more nominations to go before I give myself the Susan Lucci Award.
Well,
but a couple of those nominations that I've had have been in the same year. I got nominated for Benedict Cumberbatch for both song and video, so that's 2 nominations.
I'm still surprised that didn't win.
Me too, since it was number 1 on Dr. D,
Yeah.
but oh well. And Doctor Who was nominated for song 1 year and video the following year.
Mm-hmm. Also, an awesome song and video.
If you get nominated 17 times for playing cute songs on the ukulele, you win the Kate Micucci Award.
Yes. I love that she has a show called Playing with Micucci.
Yes.
Yep. I would buy that for $1.
All right. We actually have a third song we need to play.
What?
And then we can.
Oh yeah.
Then we can
'Cause
talk
Steve
about
Wood raced
MarsCon
on Sunday.
Yeah, we tried to schedule an interview with Steve. He's driving today and wasn't available. He was stopping somewhere. They didn't have Wi-Fi. It was a thing. So anyway, here is Steve Goodie with Adam and Steve.
Marriage is between one man and one woman. Read your Bible, have faith, believe, and shut up. God loves you. That's why you're an abomination that must be fixed. Because it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. We've all heard this stupid slogan. It's gross and it's mean and it's wrong and it's stupid. And while fighting against it, I've been convinced it was about me all along. If it was Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, then I guess I don't exist. 'Cause my little brother's name is Adam and I'm Steve. So I'm even more existentially pissed. He's even more existentially pissed. So if you're wondering why I turned out so weird, maybe it's because my parents were so anti-homophobic that they unconsciously made me and my brother the poster siblings for tolerance without consulting us. And as a result, I, Steve, have taken on the role of the entire problem. And frankly, that's exhausting. I mean,
that's exhausting.
So I'm a sensitive and confused hetero white male with issues. Poor me. Hey, let's all sing. If it was Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, then I guess I don't exist. 'Cause my little brother's name is Adam. True story. So I'm even more existentially pissed. He's even more existentially pissed.
Hey, Uncle Steve.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, everybody, it's my niece. What's going on, Sarah?
I just wanted to say, I think it's awesome that even though you and my dad are Adam and Steve, neither of you is gay. So, checkmate, homophobes. The slogan doesn't mean what you think it means. But of course, I'm gay, so maybe it skips a generation?
I'm not sure. But hey, shall we sing the chorus again?
Yeah!
If it was Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, then I guess I don't exist. 'Cause my little brother's name is Adam.
True story.
So I'm even more existentially pissed. I think it goes all the way back to my wrist. The party of smaller government says cease and desist. Now if you say gay, they get their panties in a twist. Separation of church and state? Have you heard of that, you nitwits? And hey, how did my name get mixed up in your bigoted bullshit? Now I'm even more existentially pissed. Everybody, he's even more existentially pissed. Hey, Florida. Gay!
I forgot to unmute. All right, so during the I showed a still like I normally do, and it's a still shot from a video that is up on YouTube from their virtual comedy show of Steve Goodie and his brother Adam performing "Who's on First" by Abbott and Costello. If you get a moment, watch it. It's amusing. Also, speaking of Steve Goodie's virtual comedy show, tomorrow night, Thursday night the 17th, Worm Quartet is going to be their musical guest. So if you'd like to tune in to the stream tomorrow night, because we're not going to be doing this show tomorrow night, you'll get to see Worm Quartet. I can't because I'll be at a swim banquet.
Please note the joy on that man's face.
Yes. I hate formal things. Yeah, I hate getting dressed up and eating food I don't like. And yeah. Anyway. Should we do teasing and stuff before MarsCon talk, or just...
Sure, let's do that.
All right.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah!
Tomorrow's song is by Mikey Mason.
Hooray!
And Tuesday's song is by a new artist.
Woo!
Ooh. And I haven't decided what the Spotify playlist topic is yet. Any suggestions?
Car accidents.
Car accidents. I had a feeling. I didn't know. I was actually thinking of that. I didn't know how you'd feel about it. So.
Yeah.
Well, I know a song that can go on it. I know a couple songs that can go on it. But
let me know what they are, because I'm not...
I importantly know one of my songs that can go on it, so...
Okay.
I'm just being selfish.
Road Rage by Sudden Spice.
Yes, Road Rage, and what else we
Sudden
got? Learn How to Drive by the Diupers, if that's on there.
Rules of the Road by Insane Ian. Let's blow up the tow truck.
I don't think that's
Learn
on
How to
there.
Drive. Learn How to Drive is not by Diupers.
It's not. Who is it by?
Krypton? I'm not sure.
No, he did Let's Blow Up the Tow Truck. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, MarsCon. Hi.
Yay.
Hi.
So MarsCon happened, and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And you all suck.
There was an opening ceremony sketch that myself and myself and Kyle and Lizzie.
Are you Ian?
Yes.
It happened all weekend too. It's fine.
Yeah. Me and Lindsay and Kyle all got kind of roped into it. I'd say it was at the last minute, but it was more like they asked each of us like several weeks ago, would you be interested in walking on stage and being a part of this bit? And we were like, sure. And then they never got back to us again.
Don't you love that?
So we're at separate tables. We're all having dinner on Friday afternoon, and suddenly I get a call from Abby, the stage manager, going like, "Yeah, we're waiting for you on stage for dress rehearsal." It's like, okay. I actually brought somewhat of a costume because I wasn't sure what was happening, and I wanted to have a costume ready. So I go over to Kyle and Lindsay, and I'm like, "Yeah, they're waiting for us." And luckily, they had just finished eating their food. Like, yeah, they're waiting for us on main stage for the rehearsal for the thing, and they were just like, "Oh, okay. I guess we're doing that now." I mean, it wasn't anything complex, but it was just like, yeah, whatever. So the point is that
did they stream the opening ceremonies? Because I did not see that. If they did,
I don't. Well, I know that the Dementia Radio guys were in the back and they were set up, but I don't know if they were streaming that. I didn't specifically ask them to, so
okay.
They probably didn't. But so the premise was that it's supposed to start off like they're in, Christine LaBounty and her kids are like in the future that should have been of 2022, and then like, they hit some kind of technology button that opens up alternate timelines, and then me and Kyle and Lindsay come out. Oh, and a couple other people dressed in the like, creepy death mask, pointy nose things, come out, and they're like handing out little cards that say COVID-19 to people and stuff like that. So it's like they come out, and then me and Kyle and Lindsay come out, and I was basically coming out dressed as like the person who's working from home in their pajamas. I had like socks and flip-flops on and Cookie Monster pajama bottoms, and I was wearing my MarsCon shirt. I had a mask hanging from my ear and a sleep mask like half over my eyes, and I was holding a can of soda, a bag of chips, and my Wii and my phone. Or not my Wii, my Switch. My Switch and my phone. So I'm just like, eh. And then like we each kind of delivered a line of some kind of funny thing referring to, how messed up the past several years has been. And then that led into me introducing Brett Glass. And Brett actually wrote a song for the convention, which they worked into opening ceremonies, because the theme this year was "The Future Ain't What It Used to Be," and his I don't know if his song is titled "The Future Ain't What It Used to Be," but the main part of the chorus goes, "I want my money back," because we didn't get the future we were promised and stuff. So that was cool. And so opening ceremonies happened, and cut to later on Friday night. We started off with Power Salad. And, Power Salad did his salady goodness thing. He did an amazing, a Rickroll turducken, if you will. He started performing "My Cat is Afraid of the Vacuum Cleaner," and then partway through that, it suddenly switched to corned beef and cabbage, and then that went on for a while, and then it switched to red beans and rice, and then that went on for a while, and then back to corned beans and cabbage, and then back to the ending of "My Cat is Afraid of the Vacuum Cleaner." So
nice.
That was fun. Ian, any other comments, thoughts, bacon? I don't know.
Comments, thoughts, and bacon. No, Power Salad crushed it as always.
Yes.
We started at 9:00 with these concerts, and it was very much an evening of gradual getting into harsher language.
Yes,
because Power Salad usually doesn't do anything like that, and I took this as a cue to be like, "Hey, I don't usually, so I'm going to be PG-13." And then we had Bad Beth and Beyond, and I don't think I need to explain that. So yes, it was a gradual ramp up to.
Yes. Yeah. As Ian did his set next, and it was amazing and awesome. Woo!
Thank you.
I love your Kang song. You just, Delivery Boy rocks. Just everything is so good. And of course, ending on the song you just did earlier,
the medley.
Yes, the medley, the Medley Deadly.
And I opened with Hard Out Here for a Temp and all of the videos that I played have been videos except for Pictures of You. Doesn't have an actual video yet. That one just used clips of a Real Big Fish video and a Colin Schumer video called Too Many Horns. But everything else is from my channel.
You just went to Shutterfly and typed ska, and then you just...
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I do want to do a music video for that one eventually.
So Ian was excellent, and then Bad Beth took the stage and did her Bad Bethiest.
She was awesome.
Still yawning from the weekend.
Basically, yeah. And it was so great. She did show me on the doll, and she asked somebody to come up on stage, and the person who came up on stage was Dave Stagner. So Dave Stagner was holding the doll, which has like a little, Christmas jingly bell,
a little tiny bell.
Yeah, where your
dingle would be.
Yeah, exactly. And by the end of the song, he started like rocking out in it so hard that the thing fell off. So
his ding-a-ling fell off.
Yeah. So Dave Stagner broke the ding-a-ling off the doll in Beth's set. I'm sure it can easily be sewn back on, but I just found it amusing. Like, this is...
Well, first at FuMPFest, we had Kendra Violated.
Yes.
And then we had Dave Stagner perform an extreme circumcision. So it just worked out weird. And she also played the Penis Game song in her set, as well as performed it at the Logan Awards. So all weekend was filled with the Penis Game. So
I mean, under normal circumstances, I'd be like, oh, we probably don't want to do that. But with the Penis Game, because it has that audience participation vibe to it, it's
exactly.
Like doing it Friday night, it's like when it comes Saturday, like, oh, everyone knows what to do now who saw the Friday night show.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, penis. Anyway, but yeah, she did excellently, and then after that, in lieu of Devo Spice, there was an impromptu Kyle and Luke Talk About Tudes live on stage podcast recording, which basically was me and Kyle on stage, Ian in the audience,
Mr. Arthur
and
was Abby. Just me, Mr. Arthur, and Abby being the only three people asking questions. And after a while, we stopped walking up to the microphone and just shouted them at him.
So I have to get the recording from the Dementia Radio guys, and also I have my Zoom HD little recorder thingy that was on stage. So I'm assuming between those two we'll have a decent enough recording to use. And actually, after MarsCon ended, both Kyle and Lindsay and myself all saw the new Pixar movie Turning Red. And that movie is so good that we decided we have to at least get together and record a short segment talking about that movie, because it's like basically the best Pixar movie since like Inside Out and Coco.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it. Also, during that podcast, we came up with an idea for a song that I need to ask Devo for a backing track for, that I'm pretty much going to do. I'm not spoiling what it is if you didn't hear it or weren't there. You'll find out maybe when the podcast comes out. But yeah, I think I'm definitely doing that.
Also, I was happy. I mentioned the Netflix anime that is fairly new, called Comey Can't Communicate, and Abby just squealed with joy. And it was like, oh, cool! Another person who watches Comey Can't Communicate I can talk to the show about.
Next week's episode is called Squealed with Gloy.
Yeah. Gloy thing. And then, let's see. I mean, the room party floor basically only had like 3 room parties. There was Beth's Space Oddity Party. There was the Klingon Party, which was New Orleans Mardi Gras themed. There was
a Harry Potter party.
A Harry Potter party. That was the one that won the party contest. And then they had the Consuite, the Krashenko's reading room, and they moved the anime viewing room to the 11th floor, and I think that was it for what. Oh, and the massage room was on the 11th floor. But yeah, so it was interesting being on that floor with having it. I mean, because I should also mention that MarsCon typical attendance during normal human times is like between 800 and 1,000. And this year at the end of the convention, they said that the number of people who were at the convention was about just over 500. So it's like that was more than I was expecting. But it was still like you could see it on at the night times. Like, wow, there is significantly less people here wandering around and significantly less parties. Oh, and they moved the karaoke room down to the second floor to one of their bigger rooms so that there could be more social distancing and stuff. So, and then Saturday was Steve Goodie went up first, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
And he did his usual big dumb show, which was excellent as always, including having the big thing up there that says Steve's Big Dumb Show, so we could all yell it and everything. Then after that was Ross Childs, and I felt bad because I think I don't know exactly what happened with communication, but like Ross didn't get like a proper kind of sound check back when like at the 1:45 slot. That's when basically Kyle and Lindsay and Steve and Ross were all supposed to kind of be there to like set up their stuff to make sure everything was good to go, and Ross wasn't there. So when it was like, okay, it's time for Ross, it's like he like sprinted up from the audience and was just like quickly running frantically setting up his stuff, and I was like, I just wanted to. I felt really bad.
Did he sound okay in the live in the room? Because his guitar was not coming over the stream at all.
Yeah, his guitar wasn't mic'd. He had his amp with him, and they didn't mic the amp. They just, because it was loud enough in the room, they just let it be loud.
Yeah, for when I do.
So I was wondering how that was going to sound on the recording. I hope the recording picks up his guitar because he didn't have the mic, the amp mic'd.
Which is part of the reason why I have my little Zoom HD recorder in the front, because we could probably mix those two together, because that definitely would have picked up the amp from stage there. Yeah. So it's literally right front center stage. So but yeah, he did a great set as as always, and I love how he works his like super cheesy pun jokes, in between the sets. Those kind of Shaggy Dog setups and payoffs. It's like. So great.
He has those as a bunch of TikToks and then does them in his set, which is great.
Yeah. So he was excellent, and then it was TV's Kyle and Lindsay time. Yay! And I knew that they were going to be launching the album, so they began with, of course, their rendition of the Epic Sax music as they came out, and then Kyle launched the album into existence, and then at that point, Jared and them over at Table 27 put out the album, the CDs that you had made. So
yeah, I knew they were releasing the album too.
Yeah.
I also knew it, but I'm less important than either of you.
So they did a great show. They performed like all the tracks from the album except for one that was like a Gosticles remix, because that wouldn't have made sense. Yeah. There is. I won't do the whole thing because I don't want to spoil it for everybody, or spoil the whole song for everybody, rather. But there is a song on the album that my former roommate Erica sings vocals on, and she recorded those vocals here at my place, and I had to set up the microphones when she was off at work or whatever to make sure that everything was ready when she got home to record the thing. So I tested the microphone by playing the backing track she was supposed to sing along to, and I was just like singing along because I knew the notes to like, making up words as I went along so Kyle could check the sound file. And I just did the whole song singing stuff and sent it to Kyle to make sure that he liked it. And he almost immediately responded after hearing it saying, yes, this is going on the album. So he just took the same backing track and put that on it. So that's the last track on the album. So that was fun. So basically what I'm saying is, if I don't make any other songs in the coming year, that's the song I'll be pushing for the Logan Awards. It's my only new song of 2022.
Now, would that be considered an original or a parody?
That's a very good question. Technically, it would be a parody, I suppose, but yeah. So, but yeah, just they did an amazing show. And oh man, talk about like I was having flashbacks to like my days of yore with bringing tons of props and costumes and stuff. They just went all out. Like Lindsay apparently went crazy, like in the craft department, and made tons of props for like almost every song. Props, costumes. They have a song on the album called "It's Raining Men." And so they got like a blow-up inflatable man, like just a weird naked inflatable man is just there. So as they do that song towards the beginning, and as the show goes on, first they put shorts on him, and then like they kept adding more things to the man, so he was more clothed and decorated as the set went on. And just it was excellent. So Ian, do you have any other thoughts on Kyle and Lindsay?
Yeah, the stage had almost as much cleanup as after a nuclear bubble wrap show. There was so much debris and detritus on the stage that I was like, I love you guys. This is fantastic. I have to do the Logan Awards now. Get me a broom.
That's because during A Cat Named Flo, Lindsay just put this bizarre cat mask on and was looking straight.
That was terrifying.
Terrifying us during it, and then at the end of my verse, put a box on my head. So
she had a box full of like bubble wrap bits and stuff, and as the cat is just like tossing it out like all over the stage and everything, like intentionally making a mess like a cat would.
Yeah,
and I was looking.
She put it on my head, so my verse became a cat named Flo, a cat named Flo, a cat named Blue, a box on my head.
But yes, it was very fun to do that song live for the first time. Yeah. So, but yeah, just once again an awesome concert by the two of thems, and
they had very fun between song banter.
Oh yes, because
they Kyle had to check on the boy, which was his Tamagotchi that is also a Kamen Rider.
He's talked about it on the FuMPCast before, but yeah.
Yes.
Like literally between every song, he had to check on that thing, and Lindsay would admonish him for checking on it. Oh, it's wonderful.
It was a great set. It was very worthy of music guest of honor style stuff. It's good stuff.
So then we get to the Logan Awards, and I have to say, all of the live Logan Award performers just ripped the stage a new asshole with how awesome they were.
Yes,
oh my god! Like you rocked it with have you HM whatever butthole? It's like
have you checked your butthole? HYCYBH.
Yeah, it's like you did that, and when Beth came out, like, oh, she's gonna do "Welcome to the Internet" by Bo Burnham. I'm like, oh, she's come up with a cute little filky arrangement. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's like, nope, she like went for it.
Yeah,
it's like,
that was
holy crap.
That was a fantastic performance. Beth Kinderman was awesome.
Yeah, and I was so glad I asked her to do that. I asked her that a couple weeks before MarsCon. I was like, hey, are you interested or willing and able to do the cover of this? And she told me, she's like, let me look at it real quick. Yeah, that seems pretty easy, pretty simple chords, no problem. And then when I saw her in the lobby of the hotel the day before the Logan Awards, she goes, yeah, remember when I told you, oh, these chords seem easy? I hadn't gotten to the end of the song when it's 27 different chords. But yeah, there's literally like 26 chord changes in the end of it, but she fucking crushed it.
Yeah,
Did amazing.
That was awesome.
And, it was a great cover. So yeah.
Yeah.
And of course we had people covering their own songs too. We had Ross Childs doing Air Fryer Blues, which was nominated. Steve Goodie did Rolling Get Off Twitter, which was nominated. We had Bad Beth doing 3 different songs, 2 of which were hers, and 1 of which was the Boobles song that she was on. And some asshole ended the thing with Dungeon Castlevania.
It's like when it comes to the Logan Awards, it's like there are so many cool, fun, awesome, talented people who are nominated, and it's like, so I can't sit here and say and pretend like that Booble song isn't amazing, but I'm still sitting here going like, I wanted Dungeon Castlevania to win, damn it! The Booble's already got one. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I did my intro, because I wrote up a script for everything and talking about the awards and what people had been nominated for before and whatnot, and when I got to mine, I'm like, somehow I made myself last because I was moving things around so that we wouldn't have like one set which was just 3 videos, because a couple people didn't appear.
Yeah.
Jeff Whitmire wasn't there, and Sarah Hester Ross weren't there, so they had their video. They asked to have their videos shown in place instead of having somebody cover it. And so whenever somebody asks that, I just go, okay, we'll just show the video. But so because of that, I ended up last in the ceremony, and I was like, I may as well give a spoiler in my intro that, like, yes, this is my 13th nomination in 11 years, but I'm the chairperson. I know how this turns out. Let's go. I kind of had to, but yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a good show. I'm really happy that people are digging what I'm doing with the Logan Awards and the way that we're setting them up and everything. I tried to do it in 2019, but had a gallbladder removal, so I wasn't able to do my standard award show BS, and that, which was the I made up a bunch of awards that we gave away in that, and then I think Carrie read these.
Yeah, she did.
When he hosted in place of me, and then we had the in memoriam video that I made. That was 2019. 2020 it was virtual, so it was just I threw everything together and was green screened. And then 2021, Dr. D hosted, and I was like, let's not give it too much. Let's just give him a script that he's working off of, and he's going to do that, which I'm honored that I now have written a script for Dr. D, basically. I gave it to him as an outline. I was like, you can use this if you want, add or subtract or whatever to it. And he just did the entire thing outright. I'm like, cool. I wrote a script for Dr. D, basically. And then this year, for the standard award show BS, because Ken Sherlock had been asking what the new process is that we do for the Logan Awards, because I've streamlined everything over the past couple of years. I had decided to pull what the Oscars do and bring out the lawyers from Procter & Gamble, which were Kyle and Lindsay. And we did that bit quickly. And then I showed a snippet of the first guy to ever win an award video by Ryan George, who's a YouTube comedian who does sketch videos every week. He also does the pitch meetings for Screen Rant. And I showed that clip, and then I showed the awards we had to cancel this year, mocking the Oscars, which have canceled 8 awards this year. All the awards that were canceled, with the exception of a couple that I added, are the awards that the Oscars canceled, but I added the word outstanding to the beginning of it so that they would match the rest of the Logan Awards.
And then you ended with Robot Cat.
And we ended with Robot Cat, which goddamn near killed me.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, my problem was, it's a tough song that I had to relearn on the drive up, and also I started jumping in verse 1.
Yeah, I saw you doing that, and I'm like, that's a bad move, dude. You don't jump in verse 1.
Couldn't help it. Was feeling the adrenaline, and the hype happened, and like, well, I'm pogoing early, but here we go. And then I stopped pogoing and went, oh my god, my lungs. Hey.
Yeah, you don't jump until the end of the song. Yeah.
No, I remember that now, but too late.
How many more body parts are going to fall victim to the Logan Awards? Ian's jumping around and like, oh, there goes a spleen.
If I'm jumping around and body parts are falling out, that's an issue more than just anything else.
No, I'm dancing with my dick for you.
Didn't Just For You win?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, won Best Original Song, or Outstanding Original Song.
I wish the video had won.
2017, I believe.
I do love that the song won, because it's such a great song.
And let's see.
And that was the end of Saturday.
That was the end of Saturday, and just want to give a shout out to Holly, who put on a Nerdlesque show on late Saturday night. There was only 5 people in it, but it was still great. She did a Mothra bit, which was awesome.
Oh, cool.
And then we skip ahead to Sunday, which started with the first ever concert by Meow Meme. So Meow Meme, which for those of you who don't know, is Alexanne Racy, the 10-year-old daughter of Carrie Dalby, and she's been working on songs. And Carrie came on stage with a keyboard and it played live while Meow Meme sang along, and did. I think the first song was an original, and then the last two were parodies. Which I didn't really. I only just at MarsCon itself got a little bit of a sneak preview of one of the songs, which was her Star Wars song, a parody of Madonna's Material Girl called Imperial Girl. Which is, as soon as I heard that, that was one of those parody ideas that's like, oh man, how come I hadn't thought of that? How come many other people hadn't thought of that? Why isn't that a Library Bard song? It's like, how did we all miss that? So
yeah, that was pretty clever. So
yeah, it was a fun time, and a bunch of the other acts showed up on right there bright and early when the concert started to support her, and I had like the biggest, proudest uncle smile on my face for her as she was rocking the set. So yeah, any other comments, Ian?
I unfortunately had to miss Meow Meme's concert. I was trying to get back to the hotel in time. I went out early to get breakfast and do a little nerd shopping outside of the con. And the night before, I forgot to take my medicine before my dinner, and that caused me stomach issues that morning. So instead of seeing the concert, I was in the bathroom of a department store.
So your lower intestines were being taken away at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, it was a great time, and it made me so happy. And then after that was Versatile Fluff, which was Elizabeth and Charla doing some of the songs that they've done over the years at the FuMP Jukebox shows and stuff like that, and some other new material. And yeah, it's still like. Just to back up a second, because this applies to Ross Childs as well. It's like whenever people bring actual instruments on stage, that always makes me happy. It's like, yay, people who can play things. It's like I obviously don't judge against people who don't have instruments, because that's basically us,
the three of us,
and many of our other friends. But it's always like such a little bit of a jam, like yeah, people are playing instruments. Carrie bringing, yay,
look, Devo can play instruments. He say something so we can.
Hey, look at me! I'm playing the bass.
We know you can play instruments, but you don't do it on stage, is what we're saying.
Yes, I know.
We can teach our Devo bass guitar. Technically, if I had a drum kit here, I could show you that I know how to play the drums, but I don't have one. But anyway, so just to jump back to like Ross Childs, he like ripped it up Marty McFly style, like during his set. I was just like, whoa! It's like, has this stage ever rocked this hard before?
Well, we did it at the COG that one year.
Yeah, and of course there's possible Oscar / the Nick Adams, so there's been lots of rocking. It just hasn't rocked that hard in quite a while. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, so Elizabeth and Charlotte did awesome stuff. I love their Mario Kart song, the Rainbow Road. So yeah, and then after that, because I don't know, things obviously were still weird at the event with social distancing and wearing masks and this and that. So I don't know. We just kind of didn't get around to doing the Saturday evening group picture with like everybody, and then once me and my mom kind of remembered, we're like, okay, let's just have all the artists meet who are still there on main stage after the Versatile Fluff concert, and we'll just get all the artists in one picture just for the sake of getting something like that. So we did that, and then immediately after that, speaking of my mom, she, as a surprise to me and for everybody, made a video montage that's about 10 minutes long of just various pictures she's taken over the past decade or so from the MarsCon comedy music track. And when she first sent it to me, it was just, she just played the song Dementia Revolution like 2 times in a row. And I said to her, like, this is amazing, but let me quickly edit together something so it's not the same song 2 times in a row. So I edited Dementia Revolution a little bit shorter, but it's Dementia Revolution, followed by 1000 FuMPs, followed by my song You're Welcome MarsCon at the end, so that people can hear all that stuff as they watch it. But yeah, it's an amazing assortment of photos. I put it up at my Facebook page, and then I shared it around to, the MarsCon page, the FuMP page, just all over the place. So
it's really cool. It was a lot of fun watching that.
So yeah, so big thanks and much love to my mom for putting that together. She's been putting together little video things like that for relatives and stuff like that for birthdays and everything, and I had no idea she was going to do that for us, and so it's wonderful. So, and of course she took a ton of pictures all this weekend, so I'm sure at some point she'll give me the link and I'll put a whole bunch up at my Facebook page and other social media. So yeah, so then after that was my concert, which basically consisted of, which songs of mine aren't on any of the MarsCon compilation live fundraiser albums. It's like, what are all the songs what are a bunch of songs that I haven't done on that yet? So that was basically like 4 of those songs, plus I did all of my more recent Dumb Parody Ideas bits, because Dumb Parody Ideas was going to be following us, so in case anybody was new to that whole thing, that would be a nice way to introduce it. And then I closed with the song Toys. So yeah, I wish I could say that there was anything particularly new or interesting in my show that people hadn't seen before, but it was more of a walk down memory lane of a bunch of tracks I hadn't done in a long time. So,
which was super fun. It was cool. Neat to see a bunch of these songs that I had not seen live in a very long time. I remember seeing you do 88 lines about 44 Simpsons, I think at Farpoint in Baltimore when I met you.
Wow.
But a couple of these, I hadn't remembered seeing or ever, or if at all, like very rarely. So that was cool to see. Hey, here's a bunch of older Luke Ski song hits that you forgot about that we're doing, so I can put them on the next MarsCon fundraiser CD. But still, that's great. Yeah. And of course, you ended with Toys, which is great song. I still freaking love that song.
Thank you.
Yeah, that song was just shy of making the finalists in the Logan Awards. So it's a great tune, and people agree.
It's a great tune, but it's not as good as Dungeon Castlevania, which really should have won a Logan Award.
I agree. I voted for it.
Oh, by the way, speaking of 88 Lines About 44 Simpsons, this was an interesting performance of it because it occurred to me that given things that have happened since the last time I performed it, hi Cubert, that me doing the voice of Apu in it probably shouldn't be a thing. So I ended up I was like sitting there going through the list. I'm like, I already have like a dozen other Simpsons voices that I know how to do. Who haven't I tried to do? And I landed on Chief Wiggum. So I basically I took the lyric sheet I had and then did the find and replace, every time it says Apu, change it to Wiggum so that I can, it's like, yeah, where's your Messiah now, Flanders? Yeah. Do that voice instead of Apu's voice as the song goes along. So that was interesting. But I did that. I did that Ballad of Optimus Prime. I did It Takes Who. And what was the other oldie that I did? I can't even remember my own set. But anyway, it was all fun stuff. Oh, and I also made a correct edit. I tried to show this at FuMPFest, and the Apple video processing programming thing screwed up the thing, and it didn't look good. But I made a video of the me and Alex with the puppets. FuMPCast commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like some flowers? So it's like I made that as my
Mouse show or die.
So that was my What's Luke Plugging Now commercial in the middle of my set was that. So that made me happy. Then after that we did Dumb Parody Ideas. And thank you very much to Ian for hosting it.
Yeah, take some pressure off of Luke for the weekend.
So yeah, I went in the audience and I wrote everything down, and so that I could figure out what the preliminary narrow down would be. And Ian did the hosting, and one of my favorite moments of the weekend. And I know that I sent her an email explaining this.
Yeah,
but
I know what moment this is.
But where I said some people are going to have most people will be doing acapella, some might have backing tracks. We'll just figure it out as we go along. It'll be fine. So about the second or third person on stage, Ian says in the microphone, "Oh, I believe this person has a backing track," and Abby from the back goes, "What?" I just cracked up so hard at that. But it was fine. It was fine. So yeah, we had a bunch. We had who was
We
up
had a
on
good handful of people.
Yeah. We had like maybe 8 people enter, and I narrowed it down to 3, which included Brett Glass and
Nick and
Carly.
Carly, yeah.
And Carly ended up winning, and from what we heard, Carly just kind of wasn't really for sure that she wanted to go up and do the thing, but she was
a last minute like I had asked, and people lined up, and I took the list of people, and the list of people was like 5 people. Nick did 3 songs, somebody else did 2 songs, and most everybody else did only 1 song. Brett Glass did 2 songs. And then when that was over, I was like, we still have a little time. Does anybody else want to do one? And a guy came up and did 2. Eric came up and did like 2 or 3 songs. And then Carly came up and did 1 song. And she said in her intro she had just done it, like she had just written it or something like that. And she ended up winning. So it worked out really well that we didn't have a whole lot of people because we only had a half an hour to do things. So I was like, oh, okay, we're keeping this tight. That's good. We have just enough people to fill out the half an hour. So trying to keep things moving as quickly and as best as we could while trying to make sure that, we were having at least something being entertaining there.
Yeah. And if I had known that far out in advance that how things were going to end up shaking out, I probably would have switched it and put the Kyle and Luke podcast on Sunday and then put the Dumb Parody Ideas after Beth on Friday night, because then we would have actually had a lot more room to breathe for people to have more entries, and also we could have had rated R entries as well, which I think probably would have increased the number of people entering, because naughty words are fun.
Yeah, but Friday night was kind of sparse in the crowd too, so it's kind of hard to gauge that. So especially since the attendance was down this year.
Yeah, so we can basically all cross our fingers and hope that by next year things will be much more back to something like normal, and that there'll be larger audiences and stuff. But then we had, what was that? One more thing, which was the big Comedy Music Smackdown concert, and we had Dave Stagner and Brett Glass and Carrie Dalby as a last minute addition join that so that we could do
and Ross
things.
was last minute too.
Yeah,
because
Ross,
he didn't read your emails.
What a surprise! Somebody didn't read. Anyway. But yeah, so we folded the couple of people we had potentially for the what would have been the FuMP Jukebox into the SmackDown, and it was basically just the right number of people all in all. The song that Chris Mezzalista chose to cover was "Them Whores Doovers" by Mason Williams, which basically is like a 7-second long song. So that was great. And just it's a lot of great entries in the thing. I'm just trying to any highlights for you, Ian?
Ross Childs doing "Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight" by Spinal Tap.
Yeah, that was another full-on Bringing the Rock moment.
And Versatile Fluff was in the SmackDown as well.
Yes. Meow Mean did a song from Fortnite, but because we didn't, I didn't stop to think that I should set up a microphone on a mic stand in front of her. It's a song from Fortnite where it's called Paws and Claws, and it's like, I'm a kitty, 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 I'm a cat. And then the Fortnite people are doing this cat dance to the left, cat dance to the right, cat dance to the left, cat dance to the right. And so because I didn't think to set up the mic in advance, she just started dancing, but she had the mic in her hand, so you can't hear her singing at all because the mic is moving back and forth in front of her face. So
I was out in the hallway at the time, and I heard her fine.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong then. So, but yeah, and I closed it with something I've been wanting to do for years. I took and special thanks to Tony Goldmark for ripping one of my DVDs into video for me to edit with. In the Disney straight-to-video movie The Return of Jafar, the sequel to Aladdin, towards the beginning of the movie, my favorite Disney character of all time, pretty much, Iago the parrot, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, sings a song where he's basically ditching Jafar and gonna set off on his own. The song is called "I'm Looking Out for Me." So I was able to find magically on YouTube somebody had posted a clean instrumental of that with the original Disney music and no voices or sound effects on it. So I was able to meld that, the opening bit of the scene so people could get the context, and then it goes into the song, and then I jumped on the mic and I sang the whole song, which I've had memorized for years. I came this close to bringing my Iago costume to wear when I did it, but I packed everything else first, and when I saw that, I realized I would have to bring a whole separate carry-on suitcase just for the Iago costume, and I'm like, no, no, maybe some other time, but no, not for, I need to reduce the amount of stress in my life when it comes to MarsCon, and I'm not going to haul, a fourth bag to the airport. I would have had to bring it on carry-on. So that would have been great if it was
you could have worn it on the plane,
That's true. Then I would have had to do the voice the whole time, and that would have gotten me arrested by the TSA.
Because it's a no-fly zone.
So yeah. So all in all, just and a special thanks also to Jared Perez, Ken Sherlock, my brother Michael, Jody and Keith were there, and some other volunteers from MarsCon that were sent over for running Table 27, so that the fabulous physical merchandise that we all love so much could be purchased, as well as download cards and other things. So yeah, thanks to all of them. Thanks to Abby, our stage manager. Thanks to John Allen for running the sound. Thanks to Byron and Chris from Dementia Radio for casting and doing the Twitch stream, which I totally forgot was a different Twitch stream.
Yeah, so did I. I had put on the Logan Awards website that it was at twitch.tv/the_FuMP, where some people are watching this thing right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that, no, it was actually a different Twitch channel.
I sent out an email to my mailing list a day or two before.
And I didn't realize it until you sent that email out, and that was just before things started, and I went, oh shit, I should probably tell Tom Cardy and Stupendium, who are definitely watching overseas at different times than us, that the Logan Awards are at different times. Yeah, so in the UK, when it was at 4 p.m. for us in the States, it was 10 p.m. for Stupendium, and when it was 4 p.m. for us, for the Logan Awards in the States, it was 9 a.m. the next day for Tom Cardy.
So we're basically, we're time traveling is what we're talking about.
Yes.
So yes. But yeah, and thank you,
I live in the future from you.
Yes.
Reference to a song I did. Yeah.
So thank you also to everyone who showed up and attended, everyone who bought the fundraiser album, because as I said on the last episode, we were able to meet our goals to cover everyone's rooms, including my own. And yeah, next year will be the 20th year of the MarsCon comedy music track. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I would like to figure out something special to do to commemorate that, but doing big, cool, special things usually involves money, which I don't have right now. So we'll see if I get a decent job between now and then, because, it's not like I'd go 4 years without finding a job. Yeah. So yeah, that's about the MarsCon wrap-up, unless Ian has anything else to say.
Nope. Logan Awards, thank you to the jurors. Devo Spice, Jace McLean, Julia Larson, Crystal Williams, Aaron Sherlock, and Connor Nyberg. Connor Nyberg, who is the director of the Your Friend Logan documentary, who was also there filming things for the Your Friend Logan documentary, filmed parts of the Logan Awards, and also some people's sets, and also interviewed me for the Logan documentary this weekend. That was all great. Thank you guys all for being our jurors and helping select the winners this year and helping the awards. And also thanks to Dr. Don for printing up the awards this year. Really came in clutch for us. That was really, really great. Thank you. I think that's all the thanks that I have as well. And thank you to the performers at the Logan Awards, Beth Kinderman. Thank you for jumping in, and everybody performing your own songs and everything. I think that's it, yeah.
And thank you, Ian, for running the Logan Awards and hosting the Dumb Parody Ideas contest. So, thank you.
Yay. You did things.
And thank you, Devo, for listening when you were off at a swim thing.
Next year, Darren can drive himself.
Yay!
Because time is a thing that happens.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski, and look, there's Ian. Go home.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Can I interest you in Insane Ian all of the time? Can I interest you in Insane Ian all the time? He's in your butthole.
I'm sorry, I'm what? I liked how that started, but I don't like where it ended up. I also don't like where I ended up.
In your butthole!